Cops have a duty to make citizens feel safe and protected. But what happens when they forget their role and start behaving like tyrants? Here are times when extremely intelligent citizens expose dirty cops on the spot. The first dirty cop who was exposed on the spot was this one, who couldn't handle a simple situation without losing his cool. So here's what happened. A man was out on the street, just walking around minding his own business, and decided to film near a police car. Now, instead of just letting the guy be, the cop got all riled up. He didn't just ask the man to stop or explain the situation, no, he went straight to making threats. This cop told the man that he'd end up in jail if he didn't stop filming immediately. He even claimed that the man was messing with some big, dangerous investigation they were working on. But here's the thing, if they were really in the middle of some high-stakes, super important investigation, why would they even care about a random guy with a camera? Well, probably wouldn't. You know what else? If it was really that dangerous, there'd be some yellow tape or signs up marking the area as off-limits. That's just common sense, but none of that was there. The man was standing on a public sidewalk, a place where he had every right to be, and he had every right to record what he saw. You'd think a cop would know that, right? Instead of handling the situation calmly or professionally, this cop just lost it in front of a crowd, showing everyone exactly how dirty he was. He didn't care about the man's rights or about how he was coming across, he just wanted to throw his weight around and make the man stop filming.
You want to go to jail?
That's a physical thing.
No,
Get that right.
Not.
Yes, it is.
You're recording too. I got you right here, sir. Stay back here, dude.
I don't have to.
Yes, you can.
No, I don't.
You want to go to jail?
For what? Were you?
Impeding in our investigation. Do you want to go to jail?
That's a physical thing.
No,
Get that
it's
right.
not. You want to come film me? Go ahead. Go right ahead, Steve. But you stay behind my car. You don't come up when we're doing something. Got it? You're recording too. I got you right here, sir.
10 feet.
Behind my car.
That's 10 feet.
Behind my car.
Don't approach me. What's your name and badge number?
We are doing. I talked to you before, Steve.
Steve?
Stop giving me
Who
that,
you keep
dude.
calling Steve?
It's you.
No, that's not me.
Mom, relax. You stay behind our cars. You can film us. I don't
Hey,
give a damn. You stay behind our cars.
The
dude.
Supreme Court ruled 10 feet.
No, there's no rule like that. You can't distract us while we're dealing with somebody that could
Distract
potentially
you?
be dangerous.
Don't pay attention to me.
Yeah,
I have no weapons.
Stay back.
No. You gonna make the channel, bro?
This time, the story revolves around a cop who just couldn't stand seeing someone enjoying themselves. So there was this man out in public, listening to music, having a good time, who's probably just minding his own business, maybe even dancing a little, when suddenly a cop started waving him down. Now this cop seemed like the kind of person who just couldn't handle seeing someone have a nice day. The cop claimed they had gotten a call about someone going crazy, but the man was totally confused. He had no clue what they were talking about. He was just listening to his music, doing his thing. So naturally, he asked why they were even questioning him. When the cop asked why he was dancing, the man's response was basically, because I can. I mean, sure, maybe dancing in public isn't something you see every day, but it's definitely not illegal. It's just someone enjoying life, which shouldn't be a problem. But the situation didn't end there. The cops then noticed that the man had a gun on him, and they tried to make a big deal out of it, like he was doing something wrong. But this man knew his rights. He's an American citizen, after all, and he knew he had every legal right to carry a weapon.
Go on, sir.
What are we doing wrong now?
What are we doing wrong now?
Just got a call about you guys.
We're not doing anything wrong, sir.
We haven't done anything wrong.
How can I assist you today?
We got a call about someone going crazy.
No one's going crazy.
Well, it's not what we got called about.
Okay, well, you see me live and regular right now.
Yeah.
There's more cars pulling up, by the way.
Just listen to music.
Hey, I'm just listening to music and dancing.
Do like this. You're just going back to him like that. Okay. Not acting crazy.
Not at all, sir. You need to see my face? I say you need to see my eyes? I'm not going crazy at all. I'm just listening to music, having a great day. It's a little cardio exercise that I do.
Okay. Make sure and keep your hands away from your gun, please.
Absolutely, sir. But if it fall, I gotta secure it, because it'll be concealed, like I told the other officers the other day. SWAT, okay. SWAT today, okay.
In the area?
Yes, sir. But that's
Are you guys together?
no, we're not. We're individuals.
Okay. Well, I don't have any concern for you. You can go and do whatever you want. We got a call about you being armed and
Okay, yes, I am armed, sir, and this is an open carry state, correct?
and he hasn't touched her.
Absolutely, and I haven't touched my gun at all, sir. This is gonna be every day, y'all. Y'all see this?
We got a call about you acting inappropriate, though. Can you tell me what state you're in?
Excuse me?
Can you tell me what state you're in?
We're in the state of Arizona. We're in Glendale 85301. In proficiency, in parentheses 9998, and the date is the 21st, sir. Thank you very much.
21st of?
You know the month, sir. You know the month. I'm gonna say 8. I'm gonna just say 8, infinity.
Okay, good.
Absolutely. Numerical. Yep, they keep pushing up on me, man. They're trying to violate me, set me up. They're trying to lie and say people keep calling the cops on me, but that's a lie. They're trying to act like I'm crazy and things of that sort. I'm talking to the cops regular right now, so if they got multiple 911 calls, this stuff is coming very clear. No, he don't have to move, sir.
So go ahead and step back.
He's not hurting anyone or harming anyone.
Controlling this scene. I'll step back.
Yeah, please step back for your own security.
You can have those signs up all you want, but I am going to ask you to step a little bit further back, okay?
Absolutely. That's wild. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Even after the man explained that he wasn't doing anything wrong, the cops kept pushing, saying they got a call complaining about his behavior. But again, that call had nothing to do with him. The man wasn't causing any trouble. He was just dancing to his music. So, seeing that the cop was getting more and more irritated with everything he said, the man decided to just have a little fun with it. He sarcastically added that he was just doing cardio, getting some exercise in while dancing to his music. That really seemed to hit the cop's ego, and suddenly the story changed. Now the cops were saying they'd received multiple calls about him. Yeah, sure. The man, probably getting fed up at this point, asked them straight up if he was breaking any laws because he couldn't understand why they were still bothering him. But one of the cops just mumbled about not knowing and said that's why they were investigating. But here's the kicker. You can't investigate if there's no crime, right? So what were they even doing?
I can't listen to music and dance, right?
Of course you can.
Absolutely. It's a cardio exercise that I do. And one of the other... Excuse
The
me?
problem is we got multiple 911 calls, so we have to do our due diligence.
Absolutely. I love that. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. There is a law, though, that states that prohibited possessors should not possess a weapon. So can I get your name and date of birth, please?
Excuse me?
Can I get your name?
Who are you, sir? I don't know who you are. Could you show me 3 forms of ID, sir?
Officer.
That don't mean nothing to me, sir. That does not mean anything to me. Could you show me 3 forms of ID and I can tell you who I am?
There's no requirement for me to show you.
There's no requirement to show you or tell you who I am. I'm not breaking any laws, sir, or putting anyone in danger. Is that correct?
Sure there is.
Am I breaking any laws?
There's a law that prevents anyone that's a prohibited possessor from possessing firearms.
Am I breaking any laws?
Make sure that you're allowed to carry your firearm.
Am I breaking any laws, sir? This is an open carry state, right?
I'm investigating right now.
This is an open carry state, right, sir? Am I breaking any laws? My gun is right here, seen, right? I'm not reaching. I got my camera on it so everybody can see it. I'm not breaking any laws.
That's right.
Absolutely. Thank you for confirmation.
Last name?
Can I see 3 forms of ID, sir? When you see 3...
One, two.
No, those not 3 forms of ID. I need 3 proper forms of ID, sir. I need an oath and a bond along with another form of ID. No, sir. This is an open carry state. Thank you. Nice try.
No one's going to cap you.
I know. This recorded.
I'm not going for my gun.
I know. I know because I got pictures and I don't know your identity. I don't know the
Can I
identity.
get your last name, please?
Because you showed me 3 forms of ID, sir.
Okay, again, you got my last name. I want your last name.
Bay.
How do you spell Bay?
That's not a name. It's a title. Bay. B-E-Y.
Okay. Again, can I please get your last name?
I just told you, sir. I have a title, which is also my last name, and it's Bay.
Okay. Again.
Absolutely. I just told you again, sir. Can you show me 3 forms of ID?
Listen.
I don't know who you are.
Crime.
I'm investigating as well.
Investigating.
There's no crime. I'm not putting anyone in
You got
danger.
a call from multiple people about a male subject that's armed acting inappropriate.
I'm not acting inappropriate,
Now,
sir.
if you could please give me your last name.
Of course, the cop immediately jumped into action, insisting that this man needed to identify himself. He tried to use the fact that he and his fellow cops had identified themselves as a way to manipulate the situation. But here's the thing. This cop seemed to forget that it's part of their job to identify themselves. It's in their policy. Meanwhile, regular citizens don't have to do that unless there's a valid reason. Still, the cop tried to claim that in California, there's a law saying citizens have to give their name and date of birth. Sure, but again, that only applies if there's a crime or some law has been broken.
Again, for the record, my title is Bay. B-E-Y. He keep asking me the same question over and over again, and I'm telling him, and he's not corroborating.
Well, here's the thing. In the state of Arizona, you have to provide your true name and date of birth.
And I'm providing my true name and identity and everything else.
True name and date of birth.
I did that the other day, sir.
Okay, well, do it again for me.
Absolutely. Here you go, sir.
What is this? What is this?
You can open it up, sir. I'm tired of talking to you. I keep repeating myself.
been here for a long time.
They got me surrounded right now, just in case anything happened. I do not have any weapons drawn or anything.
I'm not familiar with this ID.
No ignorance of the law is no excuse, sir. Oh, this is gonna go great, man, on worldwide international news. Absolutely. This is an open carry state. Yes, sir. I got the gold seals and everything. There's no problem, sir. When you all came to me, I stopped my music and I stopped dancing and I started talking regular.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. I said you have to come closer to me so I can read it. Yeah, there's a lot of words there. Oh yeah, there is a lot of words. Especially down here against the wall. Oh, I know. You guys already have that.
Hey, how you doing? Could you please talk to this, sir? I just seen you the other day and he's giving me a hard time. Please, sir. He's keep questioning me and I answer his questions and he's still not cooperating. I don't know who you all are. You're not showing me 3 forms of ID. I keep showing you my identification and I don't have to. You still not showing me who you are. Hey, how you doing again? That's another guy that was there the other day.
Hey, you're on camera too.
Absolutely.
Jay?
Absolutely.
Hey,
It's like the 4th call on this guy this week. Same guy.
This is open carry state again, right, sir? The other day I had on jogging pants and you told me to conceal it. Today I have on my security belt and it's right there in my open carry. Yes, absolutely.
As time went on, more and more cops started showing up. They surrounded this man from all sides, making the situation way more tense than it needed to be. Just imagine how uncomfortable and cornered that must have made the man feel. Now, I can understand if the cops genuinely got a call and came by to check if everything was okay. That's their job. It makes sense for them to look in. But what doesn't make sense is why they were still hanging around when it was clear that everything was fine. The man was just going about his day, not breaking any laws, yet he found himself surrounded by a bunch of cops who seemed more interested in flexing their authority than anything else.
Let me put it on my waist again. Open carry state. I got my security belt on. The gun is open.
So I can figure out what's going on.
Nothing is going on. Anything at all. I like to listen to music and dance. I was out here running miles earlier, things of that sort. I don't know why they keep calling you all.
Why do that?
I have no idea.
Hey, why do they keep calling?
Well, he just got that point of me and he just want nothing to do with me.
Yeah, right, but why do
Well,
they
I can't talk to you.
You
okay?
said you know why, so why is
I don't think pointed out like that.
Okay, so you said you know why.
Don't point back at them, sir. They might think that's a weapon. Is it okay if I put this back in my possession? Property? Okay. I'm just saying.
Don't ask after.
I feel scared right now, intimidated, because y'all still haven't shown me 3 forms of ID. I didn't have to show you my identification, so you're trying. I don't know who you are. This is an open carry state. I don't know why you all keep responding to those calls.
People are afraid of you.
I don't know. I'm not doing anything. Is it illegal to dance and listen to music outside? That's a form of exercise, correct?
Not necessarily.
To me, it is. Thank you.
It could be called a protracted utterance.
No, not at all.
It means you're disturbing people while they're calling.
I'm not. They cannot hear this. Not in no car, all the loud stuff. I hear the wind and everything else.
You don't have to hear it.
I hear you, sir. Let me keep the camera on him.
No problem.
He's too close to me right now.
All you would like.
He's almost too close to me.
Me?
Almost, yeah, almost. You're not too close, but you're almost.
Any further away?
Let me see. Let me see the feet between us.
How many feet do you think that is?
I don't have to tell you that, sir.
Okay.
This is an open carry state, correct? Correct? Excuse me, sir. This is an open carry state, correct? Excuse me, sir. This is an open carry state, correct? Excuse me, sir. With the sunglasses?
You, the guy with the sign.
The sunglasses. No, Gonzalez, I think. Gonzalez. Gonzalez, this is an open carry state, correct, sir?
These cops showed up when they saw a man taking photos of a police station. They didn't seem too happy about it, so they decided to detain him. Naturally, the man was confused and asked them why he was being detained. But guess what? The cops didn't say a word. They just stood there, silent. The guy was about to let it go, so he asked again, but this time he rephrased it and directly asked what law he had broken to be detained. And here's where it gets almost laughable. The cop, who wasn't exactly the sharpest tool in the shed, actually admitted on camera the man hadn't broken any laws. So what's the deal? They just detain him because they were bored?
All right, what law are you guys detaining me for? Let's see. What's your name and badge number, sir?
You're right behind the main office.
He's busy. What's your name and badge number? Name and badge number?
Sergeant Deuce 444.
Okay. And what crime are you detaining me for?
I'm wondering why you're taking pictures of
What
security
crime,
cameras.
sir? What crime are you detaining me for?
No crime.
There's no crime? Then you can't detain me. So am I still being detained? Am I still being detained?
I'm not detained.
You just said you were. Am I being detained or not? Okay. You guys be about your business then. I'm gonna go be about mine. It's ridiculous.
Stay away from my vehicle.
No, I don't have to do that. No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Move your vehicle then. It's out in public, sir.
around it.
No.
Walk around.
I'm gonna walk around the front to the front of that gate and I'm gonna take pictures of your vehicle. I'm in public. You can't stop me from being around your vehicle, sir. Is this a police vehicle or personal? Personal, huh? How come you don't have a front license plate?
For you to figure out, okay?
That's for me to figure out. Well, you're driving a unregistered vehicle, February 2022, without a front license plate, and you're law
Stop.
enforcement. What?
Now you are detained because you're standing in the
For
middle of the road. Show me your driver's
No,
license.
this is a
Show me
public,
your driver's
a
license. You're
public
standing in the middle of the
easement.
road.
Public easement.
Show me your driver's license.
It
You're
ain't
standing
gonna
in the
work,
middle of
bud,
the
and you're
road.
touching me.
Show me your driver's
Public
license.
easement.
What's your name and date of birth?
Public easement. This is a
You are
public
a road
easement.
hazard standing in the middle of the road.
Public easement. Your car is blocking the road. I walked around your vehicle.
Hey.
It's a public easement.
If I have to, I'll take you to jail to find out what it is. I just like your name and date of birth. That's all.
What law is it that I have to tell you that?
As if that wasn't enough, the situation started to spiral. The man knew his rights, so he decided to keep exercising them. He started walking around their police car, checking out the license plate just to make a point. That's when the cop completely lost his cool. In a split second, he went from standing around to straight up pushing the man. Great move, right? Now he's opened himself up to a lawsuit for battery. Realizing he'd messed up big time, the cop tried to turn the tables. He started blaming the man, trying to make it look like he was the one doing something wrong, as if that would somehow fix the mess he had just created. But the truth was, the man hadn't done anything wrong at all. All the cops managed to do was show themselves in the worst possible light, making things worse with every move. By the time they realized just how badly they'd messed up, it was too late. The man had already exposed them right then and there, and there was no taking it back.
You're in the middle of a roadway.
No, what law is
There's a
it?
sidewalk right here, and you walked out here in the road.
To check your license plate because you don't have a front license plate because I'm going to file
Then
a
leave.
complaint on you. I don't have to
Then
leave.
leave.
I don't have to leave. I'm right here.
Step
I'm
up
going
here,
to do
I'll-
what I'm going to do.
You know what?
You stop me right here. Yeah. Put your ego back in your pocket and get your ass back to work, sir. Don't disrespect me like that. You understand me? That's ridiculous. Get back to work. And you're a sergeant? That's crazy. You know damn well I can do that. Your vehicle's blocking the road. If I got to walk behind it, I can do that. This is also a public easement. How far from the middle of the street? Idiot started pushing me and touching me and shit. What a dumbass, man. This is the people you guys work with? As a matter of fact, what's your VIN? You are an idiot. You're an idiot. Run me over. What, dude? You have a problem, sir. I was being respectful. Start freaking out, think you can illegally detain people for no crime? You're an idiot, dude. You're an idiot. Hey, have a nice time at the desk or fired because you're about to get 50,000 complaints, you dumbass. What an idiot, man. What? That's your partner? Jesus. Dude, that was absolutely ridiculous. Do you not agree? Ridiculous. I'm just taking pictures. That's it. There's nothing wrong with that. You guys didn't have a reason to detain me? Detaining me was ridiculous. Wow, dude. Ridiculous cops, man. Ridiculous.
When some cops saw this guy standing around in front of a police station, they approached him, probably thinking they could easily boss him around. They tried to tell him to leave, claiming he was on private property, but here's the thing, he wasn't. The guy was standing on the sidewalk, which is clearly public property, not private. But that didn't stop the cop from being really persistent, trying to pin something on the guy just to boost his own ego. He went as far as to threaten the guy with arrest for trespassing if he didn't leave right away. But let's be real, no one could be arrested for trespassing on public property, right? Plus, there weren't any signs around saying it was private property or that trespassing was prohibited. It was obvious these cops didn't really have a real reason to arrest him, but they were still annoyed. It seemed like they just didn't like the idea of someone standing up to their authority. To make things even weirder, they started claiming that the guy was acting strange, but when asked why, they couldn't really explain it. What, because he was filming? That's not strange, that's just someone exercising their rights. Someone should remind these cops that under the First Amendment, people have the right to take pictures and record whatever they see in public. It's not just a right, it's a fundamental part of the Constitution that they're supposed to protect. You'd think they'd know this, especially since they took an oath at the start of their careers to uphold the rights of all citizens. But here they were, a few years later, acting like those laws didn't exist or didn't matter.
Step on the sidewalk, please, and get off the property.
This is public property.
No, this is private property. This is a police officer station. And you can get on the sidewalk.
And that's public property. It's funded by the people. Can I have your name and badge number?
Yes, it's Officer Wood 7042.
Can I have your name and badge
Can
number?
you get off the property,
Officer
please, sir?
over there, 7618, you need to get off the private property.
Can I have your name and badge number?
7814.
Okay, so this is all public property right here?
We don't have a problem with you filming, sir.
Mhm.
We just have you a problem, obviously, looking through the fence line and everything like that.
Is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
It's trespassing.
The problem you guys have.
It's trespassing.
You guys have a sign that says I'm trespassing right now by being on this?
Yeah, this is private property. You can't be on the
This is private property. This is funded by the people. This is public property. Also, this is the bushes. So this bush, you guys are saying is private property.
You're ruining the plant, sir. Can you just step on the sidewalk? It's literally.
I can, but I don't have to, so I
Do you
won't.
have your ID on you, sir?
I haven't committed a crime. Why should I identify myself? It's your policy.
Suspicious.
Is suspicion a misdemeanor or a felony?
That's just reasonable suspicion to stop and talk to you, right? Can you just step on the
It's not reasonable suspicion for me to identify, though. I don't have to identify unless I committed a
I'm
crime.
asking you nicely just to step on the sidewalk.
This is public property. Anybody
Standing
who's
in the
walking,
plants. People have to. This is killing the plants. Do you understand that? Look where it's.
is that a misdemeanor or a felony? What law have I violated? What law have what law have I violated? What law is this that I'm breaking? Please. Because this is my First Amendment right. It's my First Amendment right. Where's the trespassing sign? He told me that.
You've been told.
Where's a sign to warn the
Go
civilian?
off the private property, so we're going to make you if you don't.
You guys are gonna make me.
Yes.
So where's the sign that says I'm trespassing?
There's no need sign.
Wow.
We'll have our supervising officers here.
Thank you. It seems like he knows his rights a little more than you, buddy. You're gonna make me.
Come down.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not moving.
Down to it, sir. We will remove you.
Remove me from what?
From the private property.
The private property.
Yeah, we saw you up here filming inside the gate. Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah, you don't think that's a little suspicious?
That's what he said. That's what he related. But it's suspicious, but it's not illegal. That's what we're here for. You guys can't enforce your feelings.
It can cross into illegal.
It can, but it's not.
Trespassing.
It can, but it's not. If I go past that gate, I'm trespassing. If I go past that gate, I'm trespassing. That much you guys should
You have
know.
to leave off of this property, and you're refusing to. Is that correct?
This property is public. I can't. Can you guys keep your hands out of your pockets? He has his hand right in his
Can you
pockets.
take your hand out of your pocket, please?
Do you guys have anything you don't have supposed to have on you?
Do you have any weapons on you, sir?
Do you guys have any weapons on you?
One of the cops claimed he was being really clever and had a solution for the whole situation. He claimed they needed to find out if this guy had a weapon because, well, according to him, attacks on cops are pretty common. But let's break that down for a sec. What's the logic here? Sure, attacks on cops do happen, but so do attacks by cops on regular people. Does that mean people should just assume all cops are dangerous? Well, of course not. But for some reason, this cop was acting like that's how they should treat everyone. If they really believe that logic, they'd have to stop and question every single person who comes near them just for the sake of their safety, right? But that's not how the law works. The law doesn't allow them to just stop and search someone without a good reason, yet this cop seemed to think that just because he was a little nervous, he could push the boundaries and justify it all in the name of safety. It's like they forgot that people have rights, and those rights don't just disappear because a cop feels uneasy. If they're going to treat everyone as a potential threat, then where does it stop? They're supposed to be protecting people, not treating them like criminals without cause.
The stuff that's happened, both, with the attacks on law enforcement, all that, officers are on edge.
But do you wonder why? Because it's guys like him who arrest me on public ground based off his feelings, not the law.
He detained you.
Illegally, and identify me illegally.
This whole thing was illegal. The identification.
Hold on. I'm not going to get into the legal arguments.
We don't have to.
That's something that you're more than welcome to speak to people who know more than both of us put together about this stuff, right? And determine whether that is or is not the case. Okay. All I'm asking you is, we have officers coming in and out all the time, and we don't have a problem with you standing here and filming. We just ask that you stay clear of the vehicle path. All right. So
you guys just detain me right here.
If you do that, then we're good to go.
So you guys do have a problem because I was standing right here.
Go.
Yes, sir. These guys let me go, man. Tyrants, bro. It's crazy. You guys want communication and you guys want law enforcement to be safe. You can't let guys like this literally, okay, you can do what you want to do, but it's up to you to back it up and say, you know what? Actually, what the guy in the plaid shirt just said. You can't stand right here. It's just technical. People get killed off technical. People get angry off technicals. And I didn't want to identify myself. So with that being said, you guys used the force that you guys have. Without the badge, without the gun.
I'm curious as to what force was used.
Come on, you got 5 weapons. You got 3 clips on you. That's at least 10 clips around between all you guys.
That's not force.
That is force. That is definitely force. You have a badge and a gun on you. You guys are public servants. Identifying me on public property without reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. I didn't commit a crime at all.
Well, I just... No.
Goodbye, Tyra. You have a good day.
The cops even got offended when this guy started calling them out just for flexing their power, and one of them started denying it. But here's the thing, if they don't want people to think they're abusing their power, then they should just act right and not treat someone like a criminal just for being in public. This one cop, trying to sound all smart, asked the guy what he would do if he saw someone filming on the sidewalk in front of his house. Well, let's be honest, that's a pretty dumb comparison. A police station isn't the same as someone's private home. It's public property, not their personal space. And here's the best part, the guy hit them with something they definitely didn't expect. He calmly explained that if he saw someone filming on the sidewalk in front of his house, he'd do absolutely nothing. Why? Well, because even if he wanted to, he wouldn't have the right to stop them. Everyone has the right to record what they see in public. It's a basic right, and the law is pretty clear about that. So what would you do if you were in this guy's shoes?
I disagree with you on what you consider force.
Okay.
This is I have the potential to use force, right? But I have used no force.
You have not.
No. None of you guys.
Your officer has.
Magazines did. We're getting into the kind of the weeds and a perception difference between how you perceive it and how other people are going to perceive it, and or potentially how a court would perceive it. Which really, when it comes down to it, is what matters most.
But see, this is the illegal part is right here. Nothing I did was illegal. Suspicious, maybe, but not illegal.
But given everything in the world, would you not? If someone's suspicious in front of your house, would you address it?
I didn't know this was you guys' home. And even if I was,
40 plus hours a week.
if they were on the sidewalk recording, then I wouldn't have to say anything. I wouldn't say anything. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't even call you guys to say anything, and you guys couldn't do anything about it.
You could still call and say, hey, this person's being suspicious, I want to address it. It doesn't mean we can make them stop.
Exactly.
But we have the right to come out and check on it. If you as a citizen, or someone standing in front of your house doing exactly what you're doing, then you have the right to call us and say, hey, I don't know what this guy's up to, I'd like you to talk to him. And we would talk to him, just the way we did with you.
Very true.
So
you guys wouldn't detain that guy, though, on public property and say it's private. That's now the lies is the real disconnect.
We probably would put him, if they did exactly, if they acted in exactly the same manner as you did, right, then there's very high, I would tell you probably 99 out of 100 that it would go down the exact same way.
And that's why these audits
run the records checks and nothing would happen, and then you'd be released, or that person would be released and sent on their way, just like it's happened with
I understand the goodness and everything, but you're a good officer to explain it. But see, bad officers make good officers look bad, because if you don't stop these situations that's happening right now, or if you don't know the law fully yourself, I can't quote you on it or doubt you for it, but you should at least say, you know what, maybe we should just stop, because what we're doing is illegal, not him. You know what I'm saying? Just because you want to investigate about what is going on illegally, it's not a stop. I didn't blow through a light, so you don't have to do an illegal U-turn to come get me. You don't have to do something illegal to uphold something that was legal.
Well,
you understand what I'm saying?
I was not here when the whole thing started, so I can't speak to what the officer saw, didn't see, I don't know.
That's where we're at now. Well, accountability, man, is amazing.
No, there's nothing, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, what I'm saying is, from what I've seen now, I understand what you're trying to do. I appreciate what you're trying to do.
Do you?
I think there's maybe better ways to go about it.
You don't need to be a legal expert to know that you have the right to move freely in public and record whatever you see. If the birds on the branch have figured that out by now. But for some reason, some cops still struggle with this basic concept. Take, for example, this cop who showed up in front of a fire station because he got a call from the workers about a man standing outside, occasionally looking in the window and filming. The cop made his first mistake as soon as he arrived. All he really needed to do was explain to the fire station workers that no matter how uncomfortable the situation might have made them, he couldn't do anything about it because the man was just exercising his rights. But instead of doing that, the cop decided to step in and ask the man what he was doing there and what he had done to make the workers feel threatened. But here's the thing, how's the man supposed to know why they felt threatened? He's not the one who made the call. Maybe the cop should have started by asking the workers why they were so bothered by a man standing outside and filming. Instead, the cop just kept pushing the man, trying to get answers that didn't even make sense. And you could see it on the cop's face. He was starting to lose patience bit by bit.
No, you're not being detained, sir. But what are you doing on the firehouse property?
No, fine. Same thing you're doing.
What's going on?
How are you?
Hey. I got a call. You're looking in the windows of the firehouse and stuff?
Is that what they told you?
That's the call. What's going on?
Okay. What's your name?
What's that?
What's your name and badge number?
Right here. Sergeant Euskaitis.
Euskaitis. What's your badge number?
184.
So what's that, 13? What's that say?
That's for a fallen officer.
Oh, rest in peace.
Okay. So I asked you, are you looking into the windows of the firehouse?
Is that what they told you?
Sir, that's what they told me. So I'm asking you again. Were you looking in the windows of the firehouse?
Why?
Well, that's why I'm here. Were you looking in the windows of the firehouse?
Why? Is that a crime?
No, it's not a crime. I'm asking, is that what you were doing?
Maybe. Am I being detained?
No, you're not being detained,
okay,
sir. But what are you doing on the firehouse property?
No, fine. Same thing you're doing. Is your car? You take it home? You take it everywhere?
Sir, I'm not going to play games here. That I don't have to answer. It's a borough vehicle. This is what I work in.
You keep it clean?
So my question to you is, what are you doing at the firehouse that maybe made them feel uncomfortable?
I don't know. Ask them. They called you. I didn't call you.
Well, I'm asking what you're doing on the firehouse property.
Ask them. They called you. I didn't call you. I don't need your help.
I'm asking you what you are doing on the firehouse property. They don't know what
are you
doing
on the firehouse property?
Sir, I'm here because I got called to inquire what you're doing here.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing here.
Okay.
So why can't you tell me what you're doing here?
Why you keep trying to talk to me if I'm not detained?
However, this cop wasn't ready to back down, so he started questioning the man about why he was looking in the window. I mean, seriously, what kind of question is that? Is it illegal to look at something? If the firehouse workers don't want anyone looking in, maybe they should consider building a wall instead of just putting up a window, right? But the cop kept going, insisting that the man shouldn't be there, and demanding to know why he was hanging around. That's when the man turned the tables and asked the cop why he was there. And you could see the cop starting to lose it, realizing that this wasn't going to be an easy encounter. The man was pretty sharp, and he wasn't about to let the cop push him around. Then he asked the cop why they were even talking, pointing out that he didn't call for help, didn't need any. This only made the cop more irritated. The man wasn't done yet. He kept up with his questions, now asking the cop who exactly said he wasn't supposed to be there. That was probably the last straw for the cop. He clearly wasn't ready to deal with someone who was quick on their feet and knew how to stand up for themselves.
Why are you looking into windows of the firehouse?
Am I being detained?
I'm asking why you're looking into windows of the firehouse. I'm not detaining you. I'm simply asking why you're here. Why are you on property that you're not supposed to be on?
Says who?
This is firehouse property. So what is the reason that you're on firehouse property?
Why are you on firehouse property?
Okay, I already answered that. I'm here because I got called to ask what you're doing here, looking into windows of the firehouse.
Okay.
So what are you here looking into the windows of the firehouse for?
Why are you here?
That's about the fifth time you asked me.
That's the fifth time you asked me.
I'm here because I got a call that you're here. So that's why I'm here. But now the call is that you're looking in windows of the firehouse. So I answered at least 5 times why I'm here. Why are you looking into windows of the firehouse?
Am I being detained?
I'm asking why you're looking into windows of the firehouse. I'm not detaining you. I'm simply asking why you're here, looking into windows of the firehouse.
Why are you here?
Okay, I already answered that more than 5 times.
But like, what? I don't get it.
Here.
I don't understand why you're here.
What don't you get?
Why you're here?
What don't you get?
I didn't call you.
Okay.
Like, why are you in my face talking to me?
For the more than 5th time.
No, but like, why are you in my face talking to me? I didn't call you.
Okay.
So why are you talking?
Didn't call
so
me.
why are you talking to me? I didn't call you.
You didn't call me.
So speak to the people that called you. Speak to them. They called you. They need your help. I don't need your help.
No, but I need to know why you're on property that you're not.
Why do you need to know that? Who says I'm not supposed to be on it?
Because this is firehouse property, and you're looking into windows.
Is that what they told you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Who said I'm not supposed to be here?
Okay. What is your purpose for being here?
I don't really answer questions. This is public property. I pay for this property. I could be here if I want. Right?
You can't go looking into windows.
Why? This is a public building. I pay for this building. Why can't I look inside of it? My tax dollars go to fund this building.
What are you doing here?
I'm just minding my business. It's a beautiful day. I didn't call you. They called you.
I know. I told you.
And I asked you, am I being detained? You say no, so I walked away already. I don't understand why you still talking to me. I'm not doing nothing. I'm just chilling. Same as you, just chilling.
Can you chill away from the firehouse, not looking into windows?
Am I being detained?
I told you you're not being detained.
So that means, am I free to go?
But why are you looking into windows of property that's not yours?
This is mine. I pay taxes. This is public. The people own this.
Not much time passed before another cop showed up to back up the first one. It's like cops have this instinct to team up when they feel their authority is being questioned. They can't handle an individual on their own. This new cop got annoyed just as quickly as the first one when the man pointed out that his tax money was paying their salaries. You could just imagine how that must have sounded to them. Like a challenge they weren't ready to face. They still couldn't wrap their heads around why this man was filming, so he explained that he was a freelance independent journalist. But by now they were confused about how he could be a journalist without working for a big publishing house. The man tried to break it down for them, explaining that in today's world, anyone with a phone can be a freelance journalist. All it takes is hitting the record button because, according to the First Amendment, everyone has the right to freedom of press. But the cops just didn't seem to get it. They were stuck on the idea that journalism had to be tied to a big media company, not realizing that the world had changed and that anyone can document and share what's happening around them.
What's your name and badge number?
Officer Kelly, 219.
Nice to meet you.
Fair Lawn?
Does that matter?
Yes.
Why?
You don't pay taxes in Fair Lawn.
You're a public servant. You get paid by taxes.
That's fine. Do you live in Fair Lawn?
Does it matter?
Yes, I'm asking you a question.
Okay, I don't really answer questions, honestly.
Okay, then you can get off this property.
Am I free to go?
Yes.
That means I'm free to stay. Right?
No.
If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay. This is public property.
No, this isn't public property.
What do you
This is an emergency property.
Please show me one sign that says authorized personnel only or private property, because the fire department, just like you're
the chief, you tell him.
He's the chief of police?
No.
He's a sergeant.
He's a fire department.
This is the people's property. We pay taxes for this property, sir. You know, you should let them know, listen, he's engaged in a constitution protected activity. He's not committing, the First Amendment is not a constitution.
It's free speech.
Sir,
not walking on private property.
Do you know that there's like 3 or 4 aspects of the First Amendment?
Yeah.
Freedom of speech, freedom of religion,
right.
Freedom to assembly, and freedom of press.
Right.
That means we're all the press. That means on your free time, you're the press.
No.
You can pick up a camera and you can work on a story and you can be press. Just like you can believe in whatever you want to believe in, freedom of religion, we all have the right to be press.
Where's your press credentials?
We are all, my press credentials is the First Amendment.
Okay.
Where's your credentials to practice the religion you're practicing?
You don't know if I practice religion.
But it's called freedom of religion, though.
You don't know if I practice
So where's your credentials to practice your speech?
Free speech is the First Amendment.
Exactly, just like freedom of the press. That means we're all press.
Right.
I don't need credentials. Just like you don't need credentials to practice free speech, I don't need credentials to record in public. You know that. You took an oath to protect our rights.
Yes,
So I'm assuming you came here to protect my rights, not violate them.
I didn't come here to violate your rights.
Okay, so you see I'm engaged in a protected activity. It's protected.
Yeah, I know. So are we.
Yeah, exactly. Your Honor, I'm David. I'm just here recording in public. That's it.
You haven't been honest and
But you can
forthright with us.
You can clearly tell what I'm doing.
Because
I'm
I
out in the
asked you
open
questions
recording.
and you refuse to answer questions.
Because I don't have to answer questions. So my rights end where people's feelings begin.
It's not about you. It's not about your rights.
You said they feel uncomfortable.
It's not about your rights.
But I'm.
It's not about your rights.
So what's it about?
They are
I'm trying to de-escalate. I see you getting upset.
No, but see what the problem is. Every time I start talking, you talk over.
Because I don't want you're yelling. I don't want you to be upset. I want you to just.
You don't let me talk.
Okay, go ahead.
So why should I sit here and talk?
They're not paid, so no, you don't have to say rights as if it was a taxpayer.
Is this not? I'm sorry to cut you off. Is this not a publicly accessible area?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't see no signs that said restricted. Yeah.
Firehouse.
Okay.
Their upkeep. They have to pay for that.
That's fine.
Okay? So no, it's not.
So I go by signs. I didn't see no signs that say restricted access.
Well, we're telling you.
So I'm assuming it's public.
You're giving an argument. You don't want to leave.
Okay. I never said I didn't want to leave. I told you I was leaving 3 times already.
Two cops approached a free journalist in the middle of the street, and he immediately knew what they were after. He didn't waste any time and told them straight up that he didn't want to talk to them, asking them not to disturb him while he was at work. After all, he wasn't bothering them while they were doing their job. He just expected the same respect in return. The cops tried to play it cool, saying they just wanted to check if he needed any help and were trying to be good officers. But once they realized he didn't need any assistance, you'd think they'd just move on, right? Well, not exactly. Instead of leaving, they suddenly claimed they received a call about him. The man wasn't having any of it. He cut them off right there because he knew how this conversation would go. It's interesting how all cops who are hungry for power and authority seem to follow the same script when dealing with First Amendment auditors. They all react the same way, trying to assert control even when there's no reason to. This journalist had seen it all before and wasn't about to let him push him around.
I don't want to talk. I'm working right now.
Okay.
I don't bother you when you're working.
Okay.
So I don't want to talk.
I know you were talking to him earlier. I'm just trying to see what's the deal. How can we help you? That's all.
Is there any part of me that looks like I don't know how to ask for help?
I have no idea.
So why do you think I need help?
Normal people don't go around filming people, so I want to see if you need any help.
What do you mean? You guys go around filming people all the time. You guys aren't normal?
It's my policy.
It's my policy as well. It's also my policy. You guys aren't the only one get to have a policy. What's your name and your badge number? Thank you. And once again, yours is? Martin, what's your badge number? What's your badge number?
I already told you my badge number this morning.
Well, can you tell me again? You're making another contact with me.
2130.
Thank you. That wasn't so hard to do, was it? But you guys should really go where somebody's committing a crime. I'm not breaking the law. They need you somewhere where people are getting mugged, they're getting robbed. But once they say somebody's taking pictures, you got to say that's not against the law and don't even come because I have to pay for this call. Taxpayers have to pay for this stuff. Is that illegal? But it is illegal to take pictures of kids. Is it illegal? Okay. That's you're a law enforcer. You're not a psychologist. You're not a psychologist. You're not a psychiatrist. You're not my employer. So your questions, if it's not involving the law, are mute to me. You're a law enforcer. If there's no law to enforce, there's nothing to do here. Right now, what are you doing? You're standing around. You're getting free money because there's no law to be enforced right here. So you really need to get back to work when somebody is doing something wrong. I'm working, yes. I don't answer questions. Yeah, no, you're not trying to have a conversation. You're trying to fish.
You did ask a question.
What question did I ask?
You asked,
I said I don't answer questions.
you said you're a law enforcement. I thought you said ask. My bad.
However, the cops weren't just ready to drop it just yet. They insisted on telling the man that they had received some complaints from citizens about him filming. But so what? If it bothers someone, they can stay home. A person shouldn't have to give up their rights just because someone else feels uncomfortable. Besides, how can people be uncomfortable with someone filming when there are cameras everywhere these days? This explanation from the journalist seemed to throw the cops off a bit. They weren't quite sure how to respond. One of them finally decided to say that they just wanted to make sure everyone was safe. Well, great. They convinced themselves of that. Now it's time to move on, right? But instead of leaving, they lingered, not really knowing what to do next. Thanks to the way this man handled the situation and exposed their overreach on the spot, he ended up with some excellent content for his story. Cops tried to make a big deal out of nothing, and in doing so, they gave the journalist exactly what he needed to show how easily they could be thrown off by someone who knows their rights.
Yeah, I don't answer questions. You seem like you're pretty cool, man, so I don't really want to get into you too much, but I'm not breaking the law. And people can't be afraid of cameras because there's cameras everywhere. And all I'm doing is out here showing people that I'm an American and I have rights, and this is one of them. And where their fear starts, my rights don't end. So maybe if they just stay on their property and wait till someone actually does something to their property, but they can't preemptively call you guys and say, hey, I don't want to be recorded.
As you know, anybody can call the police.
Yeah, but you guys need to start charging them, man. Because I'm sure they call 911.
That I don't know, but it's not for me to decide.
Can I get a call number, though?
Sorry?
Can I get a call number?
A call number for what?
Call number for the 911 call.
Did they call? I have no idea, sir.
Well, give me the call number, but you got to respond here.
You mean like the incident number?
Yeah, or the call number, incident number. Can I get that? Yeah, I need that.
As you know, if somebody calls, we gotta respond. You know that.
Yeah, but I wish you guys would handle it over the phone.
But something like this, we gotta respond.
Something like what?
When someone says that they're filming this and that, we just want to make sure everything's straight. That's all. That's all. And
you guys got training on public photography, right?
No.
You guys didn't get any training on public photography?
I wouldn't call it photography. You just say, hey, you take a picture of crime scene, take a picture of it. Is that what you're talking about?
No, like people out recording, like people coming to the police department. I know you guys remember when somebody... Yeah, like it's okay to do that. Right? So it's the same thing. So that's why you guys should be more responsible with the taxpayers' money.
But when the call comes in, we got to make sure it's straight. That's all. I call you, dude, because I don't know your name. That's all. I said, we're just trying to figure out what's going on, man.
See, you real cool, but the way he came up just, you know, but I understand, you know, you got to try to take control right away, but that shouldn't be the way it goes.
Excuse me. Okay. Come on by. Sorry about that. It's all right. 2080. You can stay out long doing this?
I mean, I'll probably leave after you guys leave. Don't have a dog in the fight. I'm a dog fan. Yeah, we'll be all right.
These cops were also genuinely surprised when they saw a man filming in front of a police station. They acted like it was some huge deal, almost as if they couldn't believe someone would actually do that. They even approached the man, telling him in disbelief that he was standing in front of a police station, like he didn't already know that's exactly where he was. But so what? The man could stand wherever he wants and record whatever he wants from the sidewalk, even if it's the police station, no matter how strange that might seem to the cops. The cop who decided to talk to him tried to use the excuse that they were leaving the station and that he shouldn't be recording it. But again, what does that matter? Some things really only make sense in the minds of cops.
Come.
Speak English?
Yeah, speak English, yeah. Yeah, that's fine, yeah. Pardon? I can film anything from a public place. Do you not want to walk around me, please? You just step back from me, please. Right, well, don't all come in and out at me now.
I've asked you to stop filming. If you want to film, it's no problem.
Okay, how come you asked me to stop filming then?
However, I'm going to speak to you now, right? Your demeanour with us is a little bit defensive. I don't know what encounters you have with police before, right? Let's just start from scratch, right?
Okay.
We're coming out for our day's duty.
Yeah.
And you've come past this police station.
Yeah.
You're filming inside, okay?
Okay.
It's a really iconic place. Outside. You know, this is a really iconic place. We get a lot of stuff on the street.
Okay.
Filming your nice races.
Okay.
So when we stop you, you can't politely stop filming, or you're only allowed to film inside police stations and stuff, and then go without prior permission. Now your attitude immediately is not a little bit defensive. I'm sure if you watch that video,
yeah.
you see yourself talking.
Okay.
I'm asking you to account for your presence in the city.
Okay.
I'm not happy.
Sorry, can I just come off the road? So.
If you're not happy with your account, then I will consider the powers that I have for me.
And what powers do you have to you?
Let's start this again. Whereabouts are you going to today, guys, and what are you up to?
We're just
a friendly conversation.
Yeah, no comment.
No comment?
No comment.
You're not under caution, mate.
Yeah.
I'm asking you where you are, where you're going. I'm asking you to account for your presence in the city. As a police officer, I'm paid to be nosy. So I'm asking you to account for your presence in the city. Nothing wrong with that, is there? Because as far as the only encounter I've had of you now, is that you've come past the police station with the shutters up, and you're now filming, okay? So I need to ascertain what purpose you're filming. If I'm not happy with that, then there's lots of departments in the police that I can contact. There's lots of inquiries that I can make of yourself and your friend, and we can get to the bottom of it. I prefer to have a chat with you, if I want to.
Okay, and what inquiries are you going to make?
Second.
What inquiries are you going to make?
Inquiries going to say to you, please account for your presence in the city. You feel it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
It doesn't bother me at all.
Right.
We have people sticking
I mean,
in our
what I'm doing in the city has got nothing to do with you?
It has.
Why is
As
it?
a police officer, okay, I'm asking you to account for your presence.
Right.
It's no more than that, mate.
Have I broken any laws?
Say again?
Have I broken any laws?
No, I'm asking you a question, man.
Right.
Because I'm suspicious.
And I'm politely refusing.
The cop even said they found him suspicious because they had never seen him before. Seriously, what kind of criteria is that? Does that mean anyone they haven't met before is automatically more suspicious? It's like they were just grasping at straws, trying to find a reason to be concerned when there really wasn't one. The man wasn't doing anything wrong, just standing there exercising his rights. But to these cops, it was like he was breaking some unwritten rule just by being unfamiliar and filming in public.
I'm suspicious that you are recording inside.
And acting suspicious, yeah.
And that builds my grounds, so I have a toolbox, okay?
Okay.
Suspicion.
What, have you got? A hammer, screwdriver?
Second.
You say you got a toolbox. What, have you got? Hammer, screwdriver?
Why are you being... I'm sure if you watch this video back, you're going to realise you're coming across a little...
Right, okay.
Yeah, you're coming across as an idiot.
Come across as an idiot. Right, okay, so he's throwing insults now while he's on duty. Yeah, you're calling me an idiot. You should keep your personal opinions to yourself while you're on duty.
I've got a strong suspicion today, right, that you're out just to cause bad feeling. You're out to just cause bad feeling, right?
That's your personal opinion.
Yeah, it's an opinion. It's a suspicion I have. If
Right.
it's come out to start...
Am I being detained?
Right, I'm asking you now...
Am I being detained?
I'm a police officer. I'm asking you to account for...
Am I being detained?
Are you...
Am I being detained?
No, you're not detained.
Right, take care.
Okay, go on.
Have a good day.
See you later. What encounters do you have with the police before then? Because you obviously don't like police. And I'm just trying to ascertain why. Because I've never met you. Never met you. Your friend's a little bit more respectful. Okay? He's saying he has conversations with police day in, day out. So I can't help but think that's what you're trying to get. Strange behaviour. Where do you think you're going? Okay.
Does this guy remind you of anybody? Look at his face. Who does he remind you of?
Bye-bye.
Now imagine this scenario. These cops were so bored at work that they decided to run a guy's license plates through the system while driving behind him, even though they had no real reason to do it. The guy had done nothing wrong, but when the system showed that he didn't have insurance, they couldn't wait to pull him over and confront him about it. Can you believe they actually thought they had caught him in some serious violation? But in reality, they got themselves into trouble because they violated his constitutional rights for no reason at all. It's like they didn't even realize that by doing this, they could be putting themselves at risk of losing their qualified immunity. But that wasn't even the worst part. After they stopped the guy, one of the cops actually grabbed his wrist, which was completely over the line. Cops don't have any right to put their hands on someone like that without cause. It was just another example of them overstepping their authority, and it could have serious consequences for them.
How are you insured?
Excuse me, take your hands out of my camera. Right, I have been lawfully driving along the road when this officer has decided to pull alongside me, to grab my keys out of the vehicle and grab my wrist forcibly. The question now is...
Am I the officer that grabbed you?
You are the officer that told me to follow you.
Exactly.
For what purpose?
We told you to follow you because our database is showing this vehicle hasn't got any insurance.
Right, my question to you, officer, is, what right do you have to pull my keys out of the ignition of this car and to grab my wrist forcibly? You, officer, what right do you have to do that? What right do you have as a civil servant, as an officer of the law, to do the things that you, in combination with this officer, have done? You are an accomplice, officer. You, officer, have grabbed my wrist forcibly and you have snatched the keys from this vehicle. Can you tell me what right you have got to do that? Can you tell me what right you have got to do that to me?
Right. This is the opportunity
take your hands off of this camera now.
Now.
Take your hands off of this camera.
The cop who grabbed the guy's hand quickly ran off, leaving the other cop behind to deal with the situation. When the guy started complaining to the cop who was still there, the cop had a clever tactic to dodge the conversation. He simply claimed that he wasn't the one who did it. Sure, but that doesn't make him a good cop. A good cop would step up and educate the bad one, not just try to brush the whole thing under the rug. This cop seemed more interested in letting the whole story slide rather than doing the actual right thing.
All your actions are going to be for the public record. You are an officer of the law.
Correct.
And you are sworn on earth to uphold the peace.
You're sworn on
what
oath.
part?
On earth.
What on earth? That's where you are. You are on earth, and we are human beings with rights, human rights.
Are you going to speak
what
to me?
right do you have to grab my wrist and to snatch the keys out of this vehicle?
Are you going to listen to me now? Okay? Are you going to listen to me? I've already explained. I've stopped you because when you came past a few minutes prior, you weren't wearing your seatbelt. We've asked you to follow us. You then caused an obstruction by stopping in the road and not stopping off the road. You said to me, what if I don't stop? Giving me a suspicion that you might have tried to drive off.
That's not true.
I've got your car keys.
That's not true.
And now I want you to answer my questions.
That's not true.
How are you insured to drive this vehicle?
That's not true.
Have you got
and
insurance
I
for this
want
vehicle?
you, there is insurance to cover this vehicle to be on the
move
public
camera out of the
highway.
way so I can
No,
see you.
take your hand off the camera now. This is my private property in this vehicle.
My face, then.
It's not in your face. If you want to move back and stop your threatening... Do I have to answer that question?
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Okay.
There's no offence committed.
I'm now arresting you for not wearing your seatbelt.
Okay, so you're arresting me. I've got my seatbelt on. Right, here we go. Right, carry on. Carry on, because that's the only way that you were going to let this behaviour carry on. And you are going to have to...